Welcome to our mock test on the principles of working in the private security industry. This exam is designed to test your understanding of the essential principles and practices required for a career in private security. With 72 questions and a time limit of 110 minutes, this exam will challenge your knowledge and prepare you for the real exam. Each question will present four options, and you will have 3 seconds to choose the correct answer before it is revealed. Before we dive into the question answer session, I want to emphasize that I will be starting with some of the most critical questions and concluding with the last 20 questions from recent exams. So, don't miss out on those. Let's start. What is one of the disadvantages to written communication? It is quicker than verbal information. There is no immediate feedback. There is a permanent record. There is proof of communication. The correct option is there is no immediate feedback. Which of the following describes the most effective way to communicate with customers? Backing up all communication with a written record, assuming the recipient understands what you have said, choosing your preferred language and medium, making sure your communication is understood. The correct option is making sure your communication is understood. Which of the following describes a possible benefit of teamwork? It helps to provide a safe and professional service. It promotes a culture of risk taking. It supports government targets for private security teams. It supports staff reduction agendas. The correct option is it helps to provide a safe and professional service. Which of the following is a key principle of customer care? Listening to the customers, giving priority to colleagues, focusing on your own workload, listening to staff opinions. The correct option is listening to the customer. Which of the following describes an internal customer? A police officer, a work colleague, a delivery driver, a family member. The correct option is a work colleague. Why is it important to maintain accurate records? To develop good relationships, to provide a clear audit trail of incidents, to ensure that you are not blamed for any incident, to keep information confidential. The correct option is provide a clear audit trail of incidents. What types of records may need to be completed following an incident? Logbooks, incident report and accident report, logbooks, training records and timesheets, security clearance forms, training records and signing on sheets, financial, training and personal records. The correct option is logbooks, incident report and accident report. What information should be included in a report following an incident? What happened? And a personal opinion of who was at fault. What happened? The action taken and the outcome or result. What happened and what time you hope to finish your shift. What happened and a description of your journey to work that day. The correct option is what happened, the action taken and the outcome or result. What must a security operative do if they are required to attend court? Use gestures to state your points. Contact the other party to discuss the case. Follow advice from legal representatives. Wait until the last minute to prepare. The correct option is follow advice from legal representatives. Which of the following represent the UK government threat levels in order of severity? Low, moderate, substantial, high, low, substantial, severe, critical, low, moderate, substantial, severe, critical, low, moderate, Swear, substantial, critical. The correct option is low, moderate, substantial, swear, critical. What is a marauding terrorist attack? NITA. A fast moving attack where terrorists use a vehicle as the main weapon. A fast moving, violent incident where terrorists move through a location trying to kill or injure as many people as possible. An attack where terrorists use an improvised explosive device as the main weapon. A terrorist attack involving the use of chemical, biological, and acidic substances. The correct option is a fast moving, violent incident where terrorists move through a location trying to kill or injure as many people as possible. Which of the following actions would be most appropriate for security staff to take in the event of a terror threat? Leave the police to deal with all issues. Inform the police of incidents that need their immediate attention. Inform the local council of all suspicious activity. Record the names of suspicious visitors. The correct option is inform the police of incidents that need their immediate attention. Which of the following are less sensible roles in the private security industry? Security guarding, door supervision, and public space surveillance. CCTV, door supervision, reception staff and security installation, door supervision, CCTV operation and CCTV installation, close protection, CCTV installation and cash and valuables in transit. The correct option is security guarding, door supervision, and public space surveillance (CCTV). When collecting and processing personal data, which of the following must be ensured under current data protection legislation? Integrity, classification, and valid insurance, legality, infringement, and criminal activity. Integrity, clarity and profitability, lawfulness, fairness, transparency and accuracy. The correct option is lawfulness, fairness, transparency and accuracy. Which of the following applies to a security operative when making an arrest? A warrant is always required to make an arrest. Only a police officer can make an arrest without a warrant. A warrant is not required to make an arrest. A warrant may be requested from a police officer. The correct option is a warrant is not required to make an arrest. For which of the following offenses would a security operative be able to make an arrest? Carrying a prohibited but non-illegal item, attempting to enter a venue with an outdated ticket, criminal damage, showing effects of excessive alcohol consumption. The correct option is criminal damage. In which of the following situations can a security operative use powers of arrest? If someone refuses to be searched, if someone about to be searched decided not to enter the premises, when a non-indictable offense is being committed, when an indictable offense is being committed. The correct option is when an indictable offense is being committed. What should a security operative do when arresting someone? Inform them why they are being arrested, that the police will be called and search them. Inform them why they are being arrested, that the police will be called and detain them, making sure they are safe. Take a photograph of them and search them. Take a photograph of them and detain them, making sure they are safe. The correct option is inform them why they are being arrested, that the police will be called and detain them, making sure they are safe. Why should a security operative only arrest as a last resort? False arrest would be embarrassing for the security operative and their employer. False arrest would waste staff time. False arrest can lead to a civil or criminal prosecution. Arresting an individual produces a lot of paperwork. The correct option is false arrest can lead to a civil or criminal prosecution. What is a security operative responsible for following an arrest? Photographing the individual, attending court later if required, removing any evidence to a secure location, containing the individual in a locked room. The correct option is attending court later if required. Under current legislation, how much force is a security operative allowed to use in preventing a crime taking place? Any force used should be as strong as possible. Any force used should be reasonable and necessary. Any force used should be as realistic as possible. Any force used should be robust and necessary. The correct option is any force used should be reasonable and necessary. Under the Health and Safety at Work, etc. Act, which of the following is a responsibility of employers? Telling staff about hazards, removing all hazards, putting a list of hazards on a staff notice board and updating it weekly, rating all hazards on a scale of 1 to 10 and publishing the results for staff and customers to inspect if requested. The correct option is telling staff about hazards. Which of the following is a risk associated with working alone? Good lighting and ventilation, relying on mobile phone reception for emergency backup, a secure environment, regular contact with management and colleagues. The correct option is relying on mobile phone reception for emergency backup. Which of the following describes a risk? An employee's responsibility to follow procedures. The likelihood that a person may be harmed or suffer adverse health effects if exposed to a hazard. Identifying a problem which is out of your control. Understanding of systems and procedures at all levels whilst a customer's premises. The correct option is the likelihood that a person may be harmed or suffer adverse health effects if exposed to a hazard. Which of the following describes a method of minimizing risk in the workplace? Always following health and safety and organizational procedures and policies. Always reporting for work on time. Listening and responding positively to customers. Seeking advice from the Security Industry Authority SIA on a weekly basis. The correct option is always following health and safety and organizational procedures and policies. What color are prohibition signs? Blue, green, red, yellow. Correct option is red. Which of the following are employees required to report? All accidents resulting in personal injury whilst at work. All accidents at work. Only accidents at work that result in being taken to hospital. Only accidents that result in time off work. The correct option is all accidents at work. In the run, hide, tell guidance, what are individuals advised to do when hiding during a terror threat situation? Leave the police to deal with all issues. Remain quiet and turn mobile phones to silent. Keep all doors and windows open. Hide underneath doors or windows. The correct option is remain quiet and turn mobile phones to silent. If, after applying the HOT protocols, a package is obviously suspicious, what actions need to be taken? Clear and control the area and remove the package. Clear an immediate area leaving instructions on how to contact you. Clear and control the area ensuring all windows are closed. Clear and control the area, then call emergency services. The correct option is clear and control the area, then call emergency services. When dealing with a suspicious item, why should at least a 15-meter distance be maintained? To allow a mobile or handheld radio to be used safely. To ensure a minimum garden distance as set by the SIA. To prevent use of a vehicle-mounted radio device. To ensure a maximum garden distance for emergency services access. The correct option is to allow a mobile or handheld radio to be used safely. Which of the following behaviors could indicate suspicious or terrorist activity? A group of people who you have not seen before, someone covering their face from a CCTV camera, an individual spending several hours in a shopping mall, two people running out of the venue swearing as they leave. The correct option is someone covering their face from a CCTV camera. Which of the following is most likely to indicate suspicious activity? A vehicle parked outside the site with people staying inside for long periods of time. An empty vehicle that has been parked outside the site for 30 minutes. A group of people who have walked past the site twice in 3 hours. A vehicle that has driven past the site twice in the same day. The correct option is a vehicle parked outside the site with people staying inside for long periods of time. What actions should a security operative take when observing individuals behaving suspiciously? Approach them and instruct them to leave the area immediately. Approach them and politely ask if they need assistance. Ignore their behavior if it is taking place outside the premises. Carry on with normal routines and only take action if the individuals become aggressive. The correct option is approach them and politely ask if they need assistance. Which of the following would be an appropriate way of reporting suspicious behavior? Calling NHS 111 immediately. Asking a colleague to report this incident at the end of their shift. Contacting the anti-terrorist hotline. Report the incident only if the behavior continues to the end of your shift. The correct option is contacting the anti-terrorist hotline. Which of the following best describes the term duty of care in relation to vulnerable people and a security operative's responsibilities? That they only have a duty of care towards vulnerable people and no one else. That they should ask members of the public to take responsibility for vulnerable people, that they have no responsibility for the well being of vulnerable people. That they have an obligation to ensure the safety and well being of everyone. The correct option is that they have an obligation to ensure the safety and well being of everyone. Which of the following could indicate that an individual is vulnerable and at risk of harm? Someone who is with a noisy group of people. Someone who appears to be under the influence of drugs. Someone wearing a fancy dress costume. Someone buying a large number of drinks for friends. The correct option is someone who appears to be under the influence of drugs.